Hey yo, this is Kicks Contest, I'm Ljocha Matras Fly Wide, and today we're gonna test Adidas Don't Issue 3. Donovan Mitchell's third signature shoe looks way better than the previous one. Let's see if that translates to performance as well. As soon as you slide your foot inside Don't Issue 3, it feels like it's gotten under a blanket, like literally. Lots of padding in the heel section, tongue and forefoot, as well as the soft and flexible upper, make these sneakers insanely comfortable. That's also something they have in common with the previous shoe in Donovan's line. It had a lot of padding too. Shout out to Adidas for not trying to save on that. The Don't Issue 3 run true to size. Unlike the second model, these shoes are a better fit if you're wide-footed or have a high instep. Obviously, these sneakers don't need any time for breaking in. I wore them to a game right out of the box, and there wasn't a time I regretted this decision. Just one thing, it's warm and cozy under the blanket, but it gets freaking hot when you start running, so ventilation is non-existent in these sneakers. There's nowhere on the upper for the fresh air to get in or get out. Here's where the Don't Issue 3 differs most from the 2s. Mitchell's signature line has progressed over time, and this time we have a softer and more responsive light strike for cushioning instead of the bounce. Unlike bounce, which can be softer or harder depending on the sneaker, light strike is a more stable type of foam. It provides a very soft and responsive cushioning even for lighter players. It also gives the shoe a good court feel, and the Don't Issue 3 is no exception. I'd give these a better cushioning score if they had a thicker light strike layer. For example, another Adidas model, Next Level, had a very light strike midsole which provided next level cushioning. In the Don's, the light strike is thinner, and in some cases, especially when landing, it doesn't really handle the load. Playing my first game in the Don 3s, I felt discomfort at times, especially when landing on the heel. I also felt lack of cushioning in the forefoot while sprinting and jumping full court. To be fair, this type of cushioning should be enough for lighter players. I say especially point guards under 180 pounds will appreciate this setup, or maybe heavier players as well if they don't run and jump full court like crazy. Since we're dealing with the Spider's shoe, it's kinda natural that the traction pattern reminds of the Spider's web. The colorway I tested had icy sole as the main outsole material. There are also spots of a harder non-translucent rubber on the heel and in the forefoot, for durability purposes I guess. With that said, the traction is close to excellent on the Don't Issue 3. I tested them on a few indoor courts and the bite is great, on the first step as well as the stops. Sina played in Dons on tarmac and concrete outdoor courts and had no problems with the traction. Anticipating your comments, we don't recommend playing outdoor basketball in these sneakers regardless. Unlike the KD14s or previous Dons, these do look like an NBA superstar signature shoe. The Don't Issue 3 is a nice looking sneaker overall. Lots of details, branding, reflective and TPU elements. The upper lace loops are reinforced with TPU panels as well. A nice doodle pattern adorns all the upper and the TPU panels on the side, and it makes the shoe look great and makes everyone ask, what are those? When it comes to quality, it's decent, to put it simply. I found some glue stains on the left shoe, but it doesn't spoil the potty all that much. Durability-wise, this should fare well as long as you play indoors. The shoes are solid with all their functional elements like lace loops, etc. But if heavily used outdoors, the outsole will be totaled in just a couple of months. Light strike is likely to lose its squishiness in a couple of months as well, which is kinda sad. The weight of the shoe is 455 grams or 16 ounces for size 12, which is not bad. At first it feels like there's some dead space in the toe box, and as a result, some foot slippage. Worth noting that the previous model didn't have any dead space at all and squeezed your foot like Prime Shaq squeezed the ball while dunking. For better lockdown in the forefoot, I just tied the laces a bit tighter and it was okay. But the heel cup is small though, like in hardened step back 2s, and then there's some heel slippage despite all the padding. So here the shoe is tied as normal and the heel slippage is being felt. Here I tied the laces as tight as I could, and in 3 minutes my foot was singing Linkin Park's Numb, and the heel slippage didn't go nowhere. Weak cushioning setup dropped the safety score a bit as well. It's easy to get injured if the cushioning is inconsistent. When it comes to lateral stability, it's okay due to this intricate TPU plate on the side, which also goes inside the outsole. Keeps the shoe stable during the lateral movements. All in all, Donovan Mitchell's third signature sneaker turned out to be a pretty decent basketball shoe, especially when it comes to comfort and nice materials. I've had some issues with the fit though because of the roomy toe box and heel slippage. The cushioning on this shoe sucks, but should be fine for guards and ladder players. Considering the price tag, knowing that you can get this on sale for even cheaper, it's a good value for money. What do you think of Don Issue 3? Drop a comment below and let us know. And also, if you like the video, consider subscribing, hitting the like button and the bell icon, which is gonna help us to bring you more good content in the future. Also, subscribe to our Instagram page at Kicks Contest. And
Кушайте супчик.